Do you know why Jews have big noses?
No, I've never heard why.
It's because air is free.
Oh, I see. No, dude, like I as a content creator have a responsibility to attempt to make as much money as humanly possible before eventually I fall off. That way I don't have to have anything like EDP where he's found a door dashing, after he fell off and was outed as a pedophile.
Well, that's some analogy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess. Some people aren't worried about that, but
well, the other people in like the gotcha space, there's this other black guy by the name of Damone Kim who was making like 6 figures every fucking year, fell off. 2 years later, he's begging for money because he's homeless now. Like,
okay,
creators,
that's his fault. That's his fault. I'm sorry. Okay, look, I'm not trying to be rude here.
It is his fault.
Steve will do it.
Yes.
Steve will do it. Like,
yes.
He was making millions, and he's broke. How?
Yep. Well, no, I mean, I made a video about this yesterday called Don't Envy Influencers. And it's very true because these kids, they blow up. They don't know what to do with their money. So they spend it all because they assume this short-term burst is going to be a long-term sustainable career. They fall off after 2 to 3 years, which is the average length of a content creator, once they've made it big. And then they make fucking nothing. They never spend any time researching, developing real world skills, anything that transfers to actual jobs. And then they're broke and poor for the rest of their life. It's the same thing with these NBA players who blow up when they're 18, 19, 20, make these millions of dollars from when they're 20 to 24, but then they don't save any of it. They buy Lamborghinis, they buy big houses, they buy expensive wives, and they burn everything in 5 years, and then they're left with nothing. They're in financial ruin, and they don't know how to support the rest of their life. It's kind of like you ever heard of GATE, the GATE program at school?
No.
The Gifted and Talented program?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so in my opinion...
I was thinking of the GATE anime for some reason.
Yes. Weeb. So the Gifted and Talented program is essentially a way to find out early, in my opinion, if your kid's has special needs. Because when you're a child and your natural intelligence levels is so high that you can just skim and skip through school without ever having to study, the problem is when you don't learn how crucial it is to have that ability to study, you're fucked by the time you get to 9th grade where you actually can't use your natural intelligence to solve these issues. And so even though they have a nice gift by being in the Gifted and Talented, long term, it will lead to academic failure unless someone informs them, hey, that one thing that everybody else has to do, fucking study, you need to do it. Only for these millionaires for the short-term success, or none of these people are being told, hey, spend like you're broke and invest everything you can. And because people aren't willing to have that conversation, it leads a lot of these kids to be fucked, to drop out of high school. Thankfully, they're not going to college, thank God, because it's a fucking scam anyways. But it just makes their life a lot harder because people aren't preparing them for the future like they should be.
So you want to hear a wholesome backstory?
I'd love to.
Basically the Jewish holiday Hanukkah, people get like little presents, like Christmas presents.
Kinda. Yeah, bad Christmas.
Except it's money, right? Christmas,
true.
It's money.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's great.
Hey, $10, $20, right? That's the present.
Yeah.
Right? It's, a lot easier to brainstorm what to get your kids. It's just money.
Is that actually what Hanukkah is? Is just $10, $20, $30?
No. Hanukkah is a whole different thing, celebrating a miracle that the candle that was supposed to be lit for 1 day, it was lit for 8 days, and it was a miracle. And
wait, hold on.
Jews light.
Tell me if you're proud of me. Tell me if you're proud of me, okay? I learned a song. This was 8th grade. I still remember it. Light the menorah, let it burn, let it shine. Light the menorah, happy Hanukkah. For 12 days the lamp burned bright, thus became the miracle of night. Something like that. Is that a Jew song?
Okay, so it's 8 days. That's like a AI Christmas carol turned into a Hanukkah song.
Is that not a real song?
I mean, I haven't heard it, but I'm sure it's real.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is my grandfather, he would give me like a Hanukkah present, whatever the amount of money was, $20. And he would say, listen, I'll give this to you now. And you could use this now. You could buy yourself a few packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever you want. Or you could invest it in the grandpa bank. And then this money will grow.
You're
and
kidding.
He explained, yep, no, I'm not kidding. I had a special grandpa account, and he would do this for all of the grandkids. Everyone would have like a little drawer in his giant filing cabinet. And he would explain to us how you should save money and, you know, how you should invest.
Okay, now hold up. Is Grandpa Bank, is it still available?
Grandpa Bank is no longer available.
Oh,
because
damn it!
Sorry,
it's
bro.
like Bitcoin all over again. Shit, I missed my opportunity.
You should have invested. Yeah.
Fuck.
But basically, he taught all of his grandkids how to invest, which is pretty crazy.
How much would Grandpa Bank increase your savings?
It would like be exponential. He was super generous.
Oh, fuck, bro. Oh, I should have done that when I had the chance. God,
like, you know, like the next
it.
year I'd come by and I'd be like, yeah, how much do I have in the Grandpa Bank or whatever?
Yeah,
He'd be like, oh, you would never believe it. It like quintupled. And I'd be like, whoa, investing is awesome. And it's like, yup. Anyway,
that
it was pretty good
stuff.
stuff.
So wholesome, bro. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
You know, all my grandpa did was yell at his fucking wife and say, my favorite quote, he would say this every fucking time. He would say it just like this every time. God damn it, Mary, you son of a bitch. Shut up. Over and over and over again. And then he would train his dog, Skippy, to bark at black people and say, hey, Skippy, those are N-words. Only he would actually just say it. And so Skippy knew that if he barked at the blacks, he would get a milk bone. This is real shit, bro.
Oh my God. That's brutal.
Yep. Hey, I was born from a family of racists, bro. Racist and proud.
Let's go, dude. That's awesome. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, all right. You know, similar backstory, similar background.
Yeah, he gave me my first beer too, man. Which is good because honestly, like when you give a kid a sip of alcohol when they're in third grade, they're not gonna like that shit. They're not gonna say, "Oh, I need another one right now." They're gonna go, "Ew, this tastes like pee."
Totally true.
It's gross.
Yeah, I know some people do it like with cigarettes. You know, you have a kid being like, "Oh, I would love to smoke." Okay, here, have a puff, and the guy's coughing for like 20 minutes.
Now, I will say, I had a similar experience where I was allowed a cigarette and tobacco when I was a kid. However, I actually really liked it. So I had like a horrible tobacco addiction like my entire life till I was like 21. Like I was doing dip in like 3rd and 4th grade.
Wow. That's terrible. All right. Well, you managed to dig yourself out of that hole, and now you have no issues.
That exactly. That's everybody's life.
At least he's got his Genshin baddies to keep him company.
Bro, it's every place I go, bro. People talk to me about the Genshin baddies, bro, over and over again. It's so bad, bro.
Oh well.
Yeah.
That's rough. At least you made millions off that shit.
Yes, millions. I'm glad you put the S there. That's very important to me.
Well, I'm a content creator. I know how it works.
I know.
Thank God. Anyway, so what did you want to talk about today? There were a couple of topics. We could do leftists are psychopaths. All of them, actually. We could do that topic.
We've talked about leftists quite a bit already today. We were also doing some advanced racism today. We were talking about head shapes, which I was pretty excited about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. I'm actually curious. I would love to know your thoughts on like Iran.
Oh God, here we go again.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, shout outs to Myron if you're reacting to this.
Yeah. I already made a reaction to your video, and then he made like a 3-hour crash out on me, calling me an Israeli terrorist. Which was cool, who's trying to bring red cows into Israel to genocide the Arabs and conquer the world, which is not my exact plan. There are a couple steps missing in there, but yeah, more or less.
I would like to say the Myron X Nuxtaku collab could have happened, but one, Myron operates on colored people time, so he's late as fuck, as well as I don't really even want to be a part of that conversation when that happens. I know that if Nux and Myron were to get on call together, that's just gonna be a little bit too much for me. And I'm good. So I mean, yeah, I'm good. Do y'all's thing, but I want no part of that bloodbath. I'll pass.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was watching. I couldn't believe it. He's like, Iran is winning the war, and it's a war that we gain nothing from. And it's like, yes, they have Trump right where they want him as their military and navy gets destroyed. I don't know. I thought it was wild. I mean, I just we could talk about Iran, sure. It's just I made a full video reacting to your thing already. I was just thinking with the assassination of Trump. The attempted assassination of Trump. That
the third happened. One.
It's like, well, it's the third one where a gunman got close. It's like the eighth one.
Oh, okay. Jesus,
it's
really?
The eighth attempt. Yeah. 2 people tried driving cars into his property that were stopped. One to the White House, one into Mar-a-Lago. There were 2 ricin poisoning attempts that both failed. Iran tried to assassinate Trump twice. Both of those people are currently in jail. They were indicted for an Iranian conspiracy to assassinate him. Like, these are the 3 that got close.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So when a lot of people are like, well, what did Iran do to us? I don't know. They tried to assassinate the president of the United States 2 times.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's pretty. Yeah. It's public knowledge. These people were indicted. Like, they're in jail.
Yeah.
The actual assassins.
So what exactly did they do to attempt to assassinate him?
Well, they got caught. I think it was CIA and Mossad basically got them before they actually did anything.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but that's pretty bad.
No, that's pretty bad.
Iran also they've killed hundreds of us. Like, it's crazy that that this isn't like talked about. Hezbollah is an Iranian proxy. They killed 240 Marines in Beirut with a bombing attack. They set up the roadside bombs in Iraq. That killed our troops. They sponsor the Houthis, which bomb our boats. They sponsor Hamas, which killed dozens of us. So it's always like, oh, they're just super nice guys. They say death to America because they watch Hassan Piker and they think that actually they mean death to American policy. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I the only thing I kind of knew about the Iran was the regime where they killed like 36,000 of their own people in January, and that was pretty much enough for me to say, yeah, I don't really want to fuck with these guys or
Yeah, they also lowered the age of marriage to 9 years old. It's a pedophile regime. There are 2.3 million children currently married to like adult men in Iran. All right. Every single person crashing out about the Epstein files, Trump just killed a like actual pedophile regime. And you're crying.
Hold on, look at this right now. That seems fucking insane.
Yeah. So the thing is, Iran is not actually a Muslim nation originally. In 1979, it was conquered by these Iranian, these radical Islamists. And then, all of a sudden, everyone needs to start wearing the hijabs and the burqas and the hair coverings. They execute people for dancing in public or showing their hair in public.
So here's,
the policy. Yeah, sorry.
So here's what I have pulled up here. Marriage age, Civil Code Article 1041. The legal minimum is 13 for girls and 15 for boys. Marriages below these ages are possible with fathers or paternal grandfathers' consent and court approval, deemed in the child's best interest. There is absolute no minimum age in practice due to these exceptions. Girls as young as 9 lunar years, 8 years and 9 months, can be married this way based on traditional Shia interpretations of puberty maturity. Age of consent is not separately defined like in many Western countries. Sexual relations outside of marriage are illegal, so consent ties directly to marriage validity. In some contexts, criminal responsibility, girls reach maturity at 9 lunar years. So Asmongold talked about this recently where he was saying, yeah, we have the Epstein files. You have your actual bylaws of your country. So that I kind of understand what they're saying now. Wow, it's a nation of pedophiles. That's fucking insane. Holy shit.
So it's not so here's the thing. It's not really the nation. It's the current regime. Right? The Iranian people hate the regime. And last time they tried to push back, they massacred 40,000 of them in the streets and shut off the internet. All right.
Is Iran's internet still out?
Yeah. Yep. And they do it to torture these people, obviously. Now, what was I going to mention? Oh, do you know Khamenei? He was the supreme leader that is currently dead.
Yes. We killed him, right?
Yeah, we killed him.
Yeah.
Very famous
Based,
quote
W.
from him was very based. So very famous quote of his was, before executing a woman, you have to rape her first so she doesn't die a virgin, so she wouldn't be permitted into heaven. So they would gang rape female prisoners before their executions.
Okay, so, all right. So first thing that I wanted to also verify, Iran's internet remains largely shut down. As of late April 2026, the country experienced one of the longest nationwide internet blackouts of history. 60 plus days, 400 hours is the major escalation around February 2026. That's insane to turn off a nation's internet. And then you said, what was the name of the guy who we killed?
Khamenei. Khamnei. Ayatollah.
Rape women quote. That's a bar.
Like, it sounds too monstrous to be true.
It does.
Like, it really does. It really does. And it's like, and this, holy by the way,
graphic quote circulating on social media. Female virgin prisoners who are virgins must be raped before execution so they do not go to heaven. What the fuck?
Yeah, so it's a real quote. And so when I see, like, especially leftists, like these leftist women, all right, going out in public and being like, we stand with the IRGC, which is the Islamic regime, the Iranian Guard Corps. I'm just like, this is the guy you're defending. That guy. That regime.
That's fucking crazy.
Right? So when I say that, like, these leftoids have, like, no ethics at all, I mean it. They really don't. They're either psychos or retarded. Well, it's one or the other.
Well, it's mainly just they want to say the thing that sounds as forgiving and sound as good as possible, and they don't really want to do any research before supporting something if supporting something makes them look good. That's why, like, I try to fact check everything.
I think you're wrong.
Okay.
I think that you are too good faith.
Okay.
You are being way too nice to these people. I just think they're evil. Okay? We're not on the same page here. Right? You're being very nice. I think they're actually evil.
Well, okay.
and I could prove it to you with a thought exercise if you want.
Sure. I would also I would love to explore that topic later because I believe that stupid people are more dangerous than evil people. But we can explore that after this thought exercise. I'm ready.
So I think it's a jumble of evil people and retards, and good faith. You could say, listen, maybe you're just the retard, not the evil people.
Yes,
that's fine. I accept that. Sure. But here's the thought experiment. Can you explain to me, all right, why it is immoral to murder President Trump? Forget their perspective. Explain it to me. Explain to me why it's immoral to kill the president.
Well, he hasn't done any crime that is worth the death penalty. It's also not.
But they're calling him but they're saying he's waging war and killing people across the ocean.
What people are claiming he is doing doesn't really matter as long as it operates within the confines of our Constitution. Even though they're saying that they're breaking his Constitution, it's also just not good to just assassinate people based on if you agree with them or not. There's due process.
Yeah, why not?
Very important.
Why not? Why? Like,
why?
So we understand. You agree that morality and legality are not the same, right?
Of course.
Okay. So from a moral perspective, why is it immoral to kill the president? So for the record, I don't want to kill the president. I think it's very evil. But this is a thought exercise.
The way that I like to operate with my morality and what I believe in is if I push it into totality, and the entire world operates the exact same, would it lead to the extinction of our species? And so that's how my morality operates. So, like, for example, like I don't support trans people because if everyone was trans, we'd all be extinct. But if everyone was allowed to kill everyone because they wanted to, well, then that would just lead us into chaos and destruction of our civilization. So that's kind of why I just wouldn't support that.
All right. So why is the destruction of our civilization a bad thing? Why is that immoral? Why is that bad?
Okay, because I live in it and I want to be alive and I don't want to be killed.
So it's personal preference, basically.
Yeah, everything's personal preference, absolutely.
Okay, so if it's his personal preference to kill the president, why is that bad?
Because his personal preference leads to the destruction of our species. Now we're getting to circular logic.
So no, well, it's not really circular logic. You're basically explaining why every person's morality should just be based off whatever their personal preference is. And if you're doing that, then how could you call someone immoral for wanting to kill the president.
Sure.
So my reasoning here and why I think it's immoral is because God said, "Thou shalt not murder."
Yep.
All right. So therefore, murder is bad. That is something the left does not believe. They just don't agree with that principle at all. So therefore, they'll celebrate Luigi Mangione. All right, for killing a guy. He wasn't. They decided subjectively that this was a bad guy, and therefore they're going to support this guy. All right, they're going to celebrate the murder of Charlie Kirk because where's the line drawn at that point? If murder is not immoral inherently, because I don't know, God said so, let's say, then anything could be justified. Then anything falls into the personal preference category.
Hot take: they wouldn't support Luigi Mangione if they didn't think he was attractive.
Okay, but that's not because they think murder is bad.
I know. No, you're right? Absolutely right. Yeah.
So when we're dealing with and like you could play this game with everything. All right, you'll ask your average lefty if incest is immoral, and they'll all say yes, every single one of them. But they can never tell you why it's immoral. Why is it immoral? It's two consenting adults. Why is it bad? All right, and then you just like you run into and I don't know actually. Could you explain it to me?
Can I explain why incest is bad?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it pretty cut and dry.
All right.
I believe that incest is immoral due to the fact that it leads to an unhealthy life of a child.
Okay, so let's say two brothers, no children involved. It's two brothers fucking each other. Is that immoral?
Yes.
Okay, why is that immoral? I agree. I agree with you.
No,
right,
I know.
But explain to me why. Right, this is again, we're going leftoid logic. Right? Well, why is that bad? Because it's icky? Is that the best you got?
I mean,
because it's icky.
I'm trying to think how I can explain why it's wrong. So by perpetuating family relations of even male on male, that could lead to a considerable outcome of male on female being more widely accepted, and male on female birth of incestuous nature leads to...
Like, are you being serious? Are you being serious? If these two brothers want to fuck each other alone in the woods, all right, without any sort of societal impact, all right, you're going to say that is immoral because what if people find out? And then what if people be like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then brothers marry sisters and then they have retarded children? Like that's really why it's immoral to do that?
Well, I don't think retarded children is something to take too lightly, to be completely honest. I'm trying to think of a very logical way to express.
This is a lot of steps, man.
Sure. You could also say because God says it's bad.
Bam! See, there it is. That's why it's bad. That's why it's immoral. It's immoral because God said in the Bible, a brother and a sister can't marry. And that's why it's immoral.
It is a lot easier. It's a lot easier.
It's not just easier. It's the only way out of this trap because, like, why is incest? Let's say from the perspective of the lefty mind. All right, let's not use God as the answer.
That's what I was trying to do. Like I know the straightforward answer. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Oh, I agree with you completely. Yeah. But understand there is a large swath of people that reject God.
Of course.
All right. So for those people, explain to me why consensual gay sex is any different than consensual incestuous sex. All right. And there isn't really a logical explanation why one would be moral and one wouldn't be.
I believe that every human being is, every functioning human being is birthed with this. It's very hard to explain because, like, obviously you can just say it's the presence of God, but like, I'm a guy where I was born and I immediately could feel and tell what is right and what is normal and what is wrong. And, it's a lot simpler to say because God has instilled these values in me because they make sense. If you go by what the Bible teaches you, it's very simple.
Man is made in the image of God.
Yes,
I think that you're right. I think that people do have some sort of inherent moral barometer. Yes. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But what if people are doing their absolute best to corrupt that barometer?
Well, they are.
You know, and now all of a sudden they're celebrating Erica Kirk being a widow. Right? She's not mourning properly. Right? They'll celebrate assassination attempts on Donald Trump because Orange Man bad. Right?
And look, that was the thing that I kind of drew the line with Drewski, because I was like, bro, we're really gonna shit on Erica Kirk. Like, what the fuck? I feel like if you're shitting on Erica Kirk, you're just like actually retarded, and not understanding that like the whole firework parade thing, that wasn't Charlie Kirk's funeral. That was a celebration of life ceremony. But people don't want to acknowledge that because they want to believe that Charlie Kirk's wife is now getting ran through by black dudes, because they just want any attempt to besmirch that guy's legacy. Just like how they only just call him, oh, bro, he was a podcaster, by the way. He was a podcaster, by the way. It's like, bro, Charlie Kirk represented what would have led us to a brighter future, which is when you have a disagreement, you can talk to each other and you can communicate rather than just going up and just trying to fucking kill each other. And it's very apropos that he was killed for fighting against killing people for what they were just trying to talk about. So there's a whole lot of that.
I'm with you. It's still like I'm like destroyed over it. It's an unbelievable tragedy, and the reaction is just like, it's mind-numbingly evil. It really is.
Yeah.
Right. And again, you realize a lot of these people have these value systems because they grew up in America, which is founded on, you know, it's a Christian nation, founded on biblical values. All right. Thou shalt not murder is instilled in the moral code of the country. Right. Like they grew up with that. But what if we import people from countries that don't have that moral code? Like, well, what if Hassan Piker comes from Turkey and Turkey doesn't have that exact philosophy, for example?
Well, then America is going to be in a lot worse of a spot than it was previously.
I am inclined to agree.
Yeah.
Like Hassan just tweeted yesterday, it's like, if Trump doesn't want to be called a Nazi, maybe he should stop acting like a Nazi.
And then what do they preach online? Kill all Nazis.
Exactly. That's the follow through. Look, man, whenever like a leftist tells me that he's a Nazi, I'm like, holy shit, then you should kill him. Right? Because that's what should happen, right?
Yep.
And like that's he's an authoritarian. He's a dictator. The only way to remove this dictator is to beat him in an election. Wow, what a dictator. Wow.
Yep. I mean, it was also the same thing where Hassan was saying that somebody's got to do it in reference to killing Trump, which is fucking psychotic. I can't believe he's allowed to have a voice on any platform after directly, or you can argue indirectly. We all know what he was saying. Talking about assassinating the fucking president. It's insane to me.
Yeah. During the first Trump assassination attempt, he was like, well, this was a productive day, you know, like talking about, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's just the totally normalized.
Is that actually what he said?
Yeah.
Dear God.
Quote.
How have I never heard about
that? Because it's just not as bad as the other stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as telling your audience to kill Rick Scott, I guess, you know. Rick Scott's been crashing out on Hassan, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can find any reference to this online.
Whatever, I'll try to find it.
Oh, yeah, I'll find it later. It's fine.
So, but anyway, I think it's actually a good thing that like all these leftoids are platforming him because, you know, it just goes to show their actual goal, right?
Which is the
like that's what they want. They just want power. They want power and they want to destroy the West. And hey, let's ally up with jihadist, Islamist, terrorist supporting retard. Bro, do you remember Hassan saying that all the people playing Pragmatica are like unfuckable losers? Meanwhile, bro literally pays for sex in brothels.
Yes. No,
I found the clip. I sent it to you on Discord.
Yeah, let me pull this up. No, I remember that very well. I actually did an entire podcast going over that section of Pragmatica. By the way, if you haven't played Pragmatica, you should. I've almost finished the game. Let's pull this up here.
No, I didn't play it.
You should. Let me pull this up. So this resurfaced April 27th, 2026.
What a day. What a productive day. Talked about Trump.
But if this
talked about Trump potentially dying.
Such a wide chunk of the party.
Did a speech at the Palestine People's Conference. Now we're out here with Senate hopeful Dr. Abdul Sayed getting the lift in.
Talking about Trump potentially dying is seen as productful. What?
And you know who that guy is behind him?
No.
The guy behind him in the gym. So that's Abdul El Sayed. He's also a pro-Islamist terrorist individual. He is running for Senate in Michigan right now. Like, that's what's going on. Welcome to America.
What I just don't understand is, and I talk about this every single fucking day, it's that, like, how did we let it get this bad? And the worst thing is, I always say, what can we do to make it get better? And I truly don't believe that there's anything besides a fucking civil war, bro.
Okay, so that's radical, and that's what will happen probably in Europe at some point, in one of those countries at some point. But it is pretty bad. It is pretty bad.
I mean, what else are we gonna do? These people don't want to be rationed with. They don't want to be talked with. When you try to talk to them, they try to kill you. So what other choice is there than go to war with our own fucking country?
So I think we need to elect collectively as an entire country. We need to talk about things openly, not be afraid of being called a racist or whatever. Openly discuss topics, radicalize as many people as you can.
But
vote
they don't want to talk because they can't defend their stances because their stances aren't rooted in any logic whatsoever. And the moment you talk to any of these people, they crumble immediately.
Yeah, but the people with more conservative values have children, and the people that are feminoids do not have children.
Yes, they will be wiped out in 3 generations. That is very true.
Yes, and they will be replaced.
They
with
will.
Foreigners that they
It just
bring
sucks that we're in the transitional period. I also made a post about this earlier where I said, natural selection, all of these people will be dead in 3 generations. But it's just like, man, for kids growing up right now, they're going to have to deal. Like, so for example, if I were to have a kid, they're not really going to worry about this shit until they turn like 18, 20. They're still going to have to deal with these retards for 40 years. And then the other problem is that the real danger are the teachers. Because if one teacher gets into one of these positions, they can infect the mind of literal thousands of children at an age
and they do.
Where they're too young to understand the difference of what is right and what is wrong. Because a lot of kids are conditioned.
Do you know who the biggest donor to American universities is in the world?
I'm going to guess Iran.
Okay, close. It's Qatar. Okay. All right, close, I guess, but Qatar gave billions of dollars to our colleges, and it's like, and you wonder why every single one of them, they're all wearing like the like Palestine scarves and shit. It's like, okay, I see it, I get it.
So it's kind of like warfare on our entire species without dropping a nuclear bomb. They just want to drop a nuclear bomb inside of the children's mind. It's kind of like what Japan's doing, or what I mean. It's Japan porn, where it's like reducing the population rate because the porn is so fucking good. Nobody wants to have sex; they just want to jerk off.
Yeah, nah, but you can't blackpill though, because ultimately we're gonna win. All right, that's what's gonna happen. Because no, I'm serious. The way things work are always good times breed weak men. All right, the weak men make strong women, and strong women make bad times. The bad times make strong men. And that's more or less where we're at. And we're going to see an uprising of strong men that are just tired of this shit, that are going to be like, oh, what are you going to do? You're going to call me racist? Anyway, we're deporting everyone. And at some point, it's going to happen.
And you know this as well as I do. Those strong men who speak out against the bullshit, they're going to be villainized. They're going to be made an example out of. They're going to badmouth them. They're going to defame them. They're going to slander them. They're going to attempt to ruin their lives.
Yeah. Obviously, look what they did to Trump. All right, I'm gonna hit you with the truth, Nuke. Trump is like an old school Democrat. He is an old school like liberal. He really is. All right, like everyone freaking out that Trump's an authoritarian, fascist, radical, far right. I think he's like center left. Speaking honestly, all right, like. I don't think people realize what's coming. Like, you don't understand. Donald Trump is like, oh, we're gonna have Pam Bondi in charge of the DOJ. Oh, you think a far right guy is gonna get like the bimbo politics?
Hell
you really think so?
Yep.
Oh my god, dude, Pam Bondi was replaced a month ago.
Well, yes, she was useless.
Did you see what happened over the last month? They raided the Quality Leering Center. All right, they raided it. Literally, with the FBI raided it yesterday. Did you see what happened with the SPLC?
Hold up. The SPLC was found to be directly donating to the KKK.
Yeah. So the SPLC, which was getting millions of dollars of donations from like every lefty on the planet, it's like socialist people, that they were the people that worked with media companies to ban conservative content creators, by the way.
Yeah.
So those guys were funding, they were funding the KKK.
Yep.
And Biden, in fact, when he ran for president against Trump, he said that, you know what's making him run for president? The far right rally or whatever in Charlottesville, which was funded by lefties.
So I already heard the left's response to that, which was they weren't funding the KKK. They were funding people to infiltrate and record what they were saying privately, which I think is full of shit. I think it's a bit full of shit.
Well, it's not only full of shit, but it's proven false.
Yes.
They paid $270,000 to the Grand Wizard of the KKK. All right? I'm sorry, bro. That's not infiltrating. All right? Think about how little like right-wing violence there is that they literally needed to pay for it to happen.
Yes. No, I agree. And the other thing is I was also watching another video where if you look at the right's policies comparatively to the left's policies over the 40 years, the right's policies have stayed the exact same. But the left has deviated about 40 to 60%. So it really is truth like the meme where it's like, you know, we didn't go far right. You pushed us there. And you sprinted as far left as you possibly fucking could. But yeah, the whole Grand Wizard of KKK shit is fucking insane to me. I'm still shocked because I've never seen a member yet. So like, where is the local KKK media? Like, where is that at?
Where are these guys?
Yeah.
True. It's almost like there really isn't a right-wing violence epidemic at all, and it's all on the left, actually.
I absolutely agree. I mean, when was the last time there was let me like what? So we're on 8 assassination attempts on Trump. So what is the number one? That I believe that's a record, right? For the most attempted assassination on a president ever.
Yeah, on a president. Yes.
What's the previous one? Like Kennedy?
Well, Kennedy was a successful
of
assassination.
Course.
Well, I mean, if you just look at the amount of presidents that were assassinated, every single president ever assassinated was a Republican except for Kennedy. Every single one was a Republican.
Really?
Like, you start to wonder, right? Yeah, all of them, obviously.
Jesus.
Yeah, obviously. Actually, I mean, you just look around. Look, when you look at like these, when they aggregate right-wing versus left-wing violence, they don't count Black Lives Matter destroying the country as left-wing violence. They don't count that as political violence.
Yeah, I don't know how they don't.
Lighting Teslas on fire and throwing bricks at ICE agents. They don't count that as political violence. That's just an individual doing something, and his motivations are unknown.
Yeah, no, I just don't understand how anybody can get away with such blatant negligence and just lying of what is actually happening. It's like people say, you know, the gay trans furry, we're not sure whether he was left or right. Well, it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, what are we talking about here?
Dude, Hassan says most Trump assassins are Trump supporters. Like, think about that for a second. Think, like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
You know what? That is, you know, when you put it that way.
Like,
yeah, when you put it that way.
Especially retarded.
Yeah. Yep. True.
Yes.
Damn.
The supporters. They support him so much they keep trying to kill him.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing?
Yep.
Oh my God.
No, that's a banger.
And the left, they just want power and they don't care how to do it. So they're going to use every lie at their disposal, every manipulated statistic. It's not about honesty. It's about power. All right. And that's why, have you ever wondered why the left gets along with Islam so well?
No.
If you think about it, they have very, very opposite viewpoints, right? Islam is like, we will throw gay people off buildings. And then the left is like, we love gay people.
Yes.
Right? Queers for Palestine is like chickens for KFC.
Yeah.
Right? It's
I heard that one too, dude. Queers for Palestine, the place that will kill you for
Muslims
being a queer.
Muslims believe in private property, all right? They don't believe in communism. Yet they all vote left every time. All right, the lefties, they're all communists, like the ones, especially the further left ones. You know, they believe in complete equality and freedom of religion. Islam does not believe in equality and freedom of religion.
Yeah.
Right. Jews and Christians in Muslim countries were considered second-class citizens that had to pay like a protection tax that they wouldn't get executed in the streets. They were called dhimmis, second-class citizens in Muslim countries.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah. They did that for hundreds of years. So like in my opinion, it's actually really simple. They have a united front. They both have the same enemy, the Western civilization, Christianity for the most part, biblical values in general that built our countries. And they both want to destroy it, actually. So the leftists will import infinite Muslims because they need votes, and the Muslims want to take over the world, so they'll come. It's that simple. Fantastic team.
Yeah, hold on. Let me actually show you an image of this. I think you'll enjoy this. Did you have my stream pulled up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a bit delayed. Now it's screen's black.
All right, let me pull this up real quick. They actually showed online live footage of a Muslim woman once they come into America. Did you have my stream up?
Yeah. Is it the I hate your people?
No, this is what Muslim women do the moment that they infiltrate the United States of America.
Oh my God. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Oh my God.
Yeah, nah, I mean,
did you hear there was just another Islamist terrorist attack in London today? Muslim guy stabbed a couple of Jews.
I love how we have to use the word another. Isn't that fun?
Well, there was one yesterday, so.
Yep, man.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
It is.
Like, we're laughing about it, but it's like,
it's awful.
What are we doing?
No, it's fucking awful.
Then you have Keir Starmer, the prime minister. He goes up and he's like, I am shocked and appalled that this could have taken place. No, you're not. Get out of here. Like, what are we doing?
Did you see that, what was, I'm not sure if she was Somalian or she was some chick who called World War II World War 11.
Yes. Some chick. You don't know Ilhan Omar?
Okay, I know. I refer to her as some chick because she says she's fucking retarded. She's in Congress.
She's a congresswoman.
Right? Yes, congresswoman. Yes.
She is our leader, our glorious leader.
Yes.
For some reason.
Yeah, she's the one who got very upset at Donald Trump when he was talking about do we want to operate within the confines of illegals or do we want to operate within the confines of what America wants? Yeah, no, I saw. I know her. I just like.
Do you know how she got? Do you know how she got into this country? By the way, you know how she's here.
No, but I bet you do.
Oh, yes, I do. She married her brother for a green card.
Shut the fuck up. No, she did not.
J.D. Vance confirmed that he's looking into finding a way to to deport her and to revoke her citizenship. She married her brother for a green card. She got in, and now she's some representative of because they imported entire Somali voting.
What's her name? Ilhan Omar.
Ilhan Omar. Look it up. Did she marry her brother?
Marry her brother. There's no way. There's no way. It's okay. It says there's no credible evidence. Okay, that's what it says.
Yeah.
It says there's no credible evidence.
No credible evidence means she wasn't deported yet. Vance says it's true.
Okay.
And she should sue him if he's lying, right?
I absolutely agree. They said that it hasn't been substantiated with verifiable documents yet. So we'll see. It's an unproven rumor with no hard evidence yet. Omar denies it, and fact checkers across the spectrum have found it lacks support. Some critics continue to push for deeper probes. Did J.D. Vance say that Ilhan Omar married her brother? Let me just double check it because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, J.D. Vance has said that Ilhan Omar married her brother in the context of alleged immigration fraud. March 2026. We actually think that Ilhan Omar definitely committed immigration fraud against the United States of America by allegedly marrying her brother. Well, that needs to be looked into. Because the fact that wasn't immediately disproven is very scary. Because if it is, that would be very easy to disprove if that was a lie.
Yeah, very easy, I would say. No, but she has like an entire history of this garbage. Like she went to the restaurant in Minnesota that was proven to have been committing autism fraud by making up fake autism cases, and she was like really close friends with the owner of that restaurant. Like she's getting blasted on all sides. She claimed to have a winery which is hilarious because Muslims don't drink wine. So she claimed to have a winery that went from $1,000 net worth, the business, to $10 million over 1 year, and they had no wine.
Jesus.
They went to the winery and I wasn't there. So, and now she said her new thing is because she was 2 years ago, she was in debt. Now she's worth $30 million. So people started investigating her for fraud. Like, that's pretty suspicious. And she said, "Oh, my accountant must have made a filing error." Really? Then fire your accountant, man. Are we being serious?
The worst thing is, yes, we are being serious. That's the worst part.
Yeah. So,
Jesus Christ.
anyway. And then we import these people, and then and she's always preaching about all this like inclusivity stuff, all this stuff is super important, and Palestine and the government is evil and America's bad. And her father was a corporal in a genocide in Somalia. They genocided the Somalilanders in Somalia, and her father was a corporal of that military. Like, and she's here.
So this lady kind of sucks. Yeah, she kind of sucks. By the way, completely off topic. If I were to tell you that I pay my moderators $60,000 a year, would you believe me?
No, I wouldn't believe you.
Okay, and if
even though you're an honest guy and you're my friend, I still wouldn't believe you.
Yeah, okay. Now, honestly, and so when I say I pay my moderators $60,000 a year, what would you think I was referring to?
I wouldn't think you were referring to anything. I think that's just not true.
Okay, but what do you think that you would assume that they're just like a normal Twitch moderator, right? Like I'm paying.
Yeah, I don't pay my mods.
Yeah, like if you were,
I don't pay my mods.
No. I know you don't have to. I'm just saying. What would you think? Like that would be like, oh, so the normal mods on your platform, you would assume that I was paying them $60,000 for just banning people in chat, right? Like I would say a layman would think, oh, he's just paying the moderators $60,000 for just doing the normal mod shit.
Are you telling me that your mods are also your editors or something?
Yes, but you're not saying that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if I were to say,
then you're not your mods.
Exactly. So like for example, like if I were to be sexting you on Snapchat,
okay,
and I were to say my dick is huge, right? You would assume that I was talking about my penis, not that I have a brother and his name is Dick and he's 6'8".
That is true. That is what I would think you were referring to.
Okay, cool. Great. All right. So I just wanted, by the way, my chat wants to know, do you have a Rumble?
I don't.
What the fuck are you doing?
Look, I stream mostly on Kick. I haven't been streaming a lot lately, I'll be honest. I've been working really hard on the videos, and it's been taking so long. So I haven't really. You
don't have an editor?
So, no, I've been researching for the videos. It's the research that takes forever.
Oh, research? What the fuck? Ew.
I know, it's gross.
Ew,
look, man, I have
bro.
to make fun of these retards. I have to know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't. Just fucking do it. The only thing that you need to dismantle these retards is having common fucking sense. I don't gotta read true. Fucking book to know that chopping children's penises off is a bad thing to do. Fuck no. shoot from the fucking hip, man.
I mean, look, man. Look, dude. Speaking of Somalia and child genital mutilation, did you know that 99% of girls in Somalia have their genitals mutilated?
What?
Yeah.
Like
they cut off their clitoris when they're children.
First of all, how'd they even find that? Second of all,
they figured it out. They're professionals.
Why are they doing this? What's the reasoning behind this?
It's because they don't want the women to feel pleasure so that they won't be disloyal when they grow up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. So you're telling me in Somalia they cut off the clitoris?
So yes, 99% of girls. It's also in a lot of Islamic countries.
Okay,
actually.
So just to make sure, does Somalia cut off women's clitorises at birth?
I don't know if it's at birth, but it's when they're young.
What the fuck? Somalia has one of the highest rates of female genital mutilation, cutting FGMC, also called female circumcision, in the world, and it frequently involves cutting or removing the clitoris. 98 to 99% of women and girls aged 15 to 49 in Somalia have undergone this surgery, according to multiple sources. What the fuck? That might be the craziest shit I've ever heard. By the way, do you have your foreskin?
No. I lost it a long time ago.
Is that bad?
Is what bad?
Is removing the male foreskin, is that bad?
I mean, I don't think so. In the Bible, it talks about doing it.
Okay, so the Bible says to cut off the foreskin?
Yeah.
And it's a good thing?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the bond that Abraham made with God when, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, because like I have like a halfer.
Okay.
And like
okay.
Well, because hold on, I'm going over this because I've been told.
Do you know why? Okay, never mind. You continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So there was this rumor that the male G spot was in the asshole, and I think that was all like gay propaganda. People are saying that the male G spot's actually in the foreskin.
Okay, I wouldn't know. I lost mine. I didn't walk for like a year after that.
Wait, when did you get your foreskin removed?
Because I was a baby. I was a baby.
Oh, God. Okay. I thought that your dick was like so big and the surgery was so severe. Oh, okay.
No.
I was like, oh, okay, damn. All right. I was like, holy fuck, bro's hacking, man. Holy shit. Yeah, I think penises look fucking disgusting when they have their foreskin, to be honest. They look like little elephant trunks. So if you still have your foreskin, that's a big L. But let me know how the sex feels. Very curious to hear back. Right. Yeah, Spawn Camped 07.
True.
Oh, man.
You know why Jewish circumcisers are so rich?
Hold up. Why Jewish circumcisers are so rich? No, I have no idea.
Because they keep the tips. All right. Anyway. So Ilhan Omar. That might be why she's so miserable.
Because she got her foreskin taken.
Well, she's a female, so no.
Oh yeah,
have her
true.
foreskin taken.
Well,
but she might have.
Who knows these days?
Clitoris chopped off.
I would also like to say another side pivot. There's this topic where it's like transgender. And they're like, oh, yeah, fucking, you didn't even know whether I was a man or a girl. And it's like, bro, 99.9% of the time, it's just like, so this person's either the ugliest woman on planet Earth or it's just a dude. And the fact that these people think that we can't tell is insane. Like, oh my God, I went to a convention earlier and there was this transgender fucking freak sitting at the edge of a table. And then they walk in behind Sophia trying to go to the bathroom, bro. I'm so tired of this shit. Like, I am so fucking tired of this. God. No one is confused whether you're a woman or a dude. They just can't tell if you're an ugly fucking woman or a gross, nasty fucking dude. Anyways, Ilhan Omar
did you see that Oxford teacher? The Oxford teacher, like the big guy with the massive beard and the huge fake tits.
Yes, I have seen that. You know what? I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up for chat. Yo, chat, tell me if this is a guy or a girl.
Trigger warning, by the way. Trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning.
You are not. It's bad.
You might get turned on too much, according to the trans community.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys, I need you guys to decipher this. Is this a guy or is this a girl? Let's find out.
Much harder than it probably should
be.
Let's
find out, guys.
Is, some imposter syndrome.
God, bro, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm not going to listen to more than 5 seconds of that shit. I mean, holy fuck. Apologies to anybody eating lunch and or dinner, depending on where you're from. That's fucking terrible. What a fucking... Asmongold with tits. Well, I don't think Asmongold has way less hair than that guy. I can't tell. Yeah.
It's like, and I'm supposed to sit here And I'm supposed to be like, yeah, this guy's totally normal. I don't know why why are people cringing in chat? Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, you're a bigot. You're a bigot if you cringe at that.
And it's like, and the argument always is, oh, but did you know that some people are born intersex and therefore there are more than two genders, and therefore it's like what are you even? So if someone's born with 3 legs, now when you say how many legs do human beings have, are you like, well, legs are on a spectrum because some people are born with 3 legs? Legs are not on a spectrum, okay? All right, like, yeah, there's some abnormalities. Like, what are we doing?
Well, then they also say that genitals don't confirm gender, but then you also have to remove your genitals to confirm your gender. So if you just use their own logic against them, it falls apart very, very, very quickly. But I mean, what can we expect? They're fucking retarded. They chop their own dick off. Like, what else? What else do you call someone who's so convinced that there's something different that they chop off their fucking penis? You know, like, and also, do you know that some of the transgender gender modification surgeries where they put in a female vagina on a man, they use tilapia skin?
Yeah. They whatever. It's the most disgusting thing in the world. It's like we don't discuss these things because it's just so gross. They take the penis and they slice it into like 4 parts and they bend it inside out.
Yes, and thinking about that legit makes my penis scared
because they my penis is crying.
No, for real. Like when you talk about that, like I can feel my penis getting sad. It feels like it's like trying to run away. Like, Chad, am I crazy? Like, I'm going to take a fucking scissor and open it up between your urethra. Like, can you feel your penis getting scared right now? Am I crazy?
You know, sometimes when I read like Bible verses or whatever, I'm sometimes like, why is the Bible like spending time on this for real? I'm like, there's a Bible verse in Deuteronomy that's like, a man that chops off his penis is not welcomed into the congregation of God. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's a lot, right? Anyway, here we are.
Yep.
You know?
And
there's a whole chapter on like, don't sacrifice your children to the Moloch, right? Which is a certain like false idol that people would worship by human sacrifice.
He's
and
also
I'm like,
bad guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Moloch.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I know.
Anyway. Oh wow. So so like you read that and you're like, well, who would do that to their own children? Who would do that to their own children?
Yeah.
Bro, did you know that men throughout all of human history, if you combine every war ever waged for all of human history, men killed 1 billion people.
Okay.
Women over the last 50 years killed 1.3 billion people.
You talking about abortion?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I'm really, really, really not surprised. And you know what the worst thing is next? I used to be like a pro-choicer until like late 2023, early 2024, where I had a very good conversation with a friend. It was just a very open conversation. And then I realized like how truly wrong it is to promote abortions to so many people who are having sex for convenience and then just aborting it because, oh shit, I had to raw dog this guy. I just had to raw dog. I had to let him come inside me.
So a lot of people try to use the argument that if they were raped, it wasn't their fault, or it was incest, or they come up with like these. Like, I don't even want to entertain that because 99% of abortions are due to convenience, or just because you couldn't keep your legs closed and you decided. It's not a matter of agreement. It's a fact. It's an actual verified statistic.
No,
99% of abortions are convenience.
Absolutely.
And so like.
But they want to use the 1% to their advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me.
It's shocking.
I will say there are, like Charlie Kirk, for example, said that no matter what happens, abortion is always wrong. I'm still not there yet. I can't ask the mother to give birth to the child if it comes at a cost to the mother's life, or whether it was by a product of rape.
I agree with you. So I think that the only way where I think abortion is morally acceptable is if the life of the mother is at risk.
Yeah,
that's the only exception, in my opinion, personally.
Yeah.
And that's because at that point, killing this baby, it's tragic, but it's self-defense.
Yeah.
However, in these other instances, it's just like it's unreal. It's unreal watching it happen. There was this guy, what's his name? Brandon Gill. He's a congressman. He just grilled an abortion activist in Congress yesterday. The clip was going viral where
Really?
he's like, yeah, what's your favorite method of abortion? Do you like when they like crush the baby's skull to take out the baby, or do you like when they slice the baby up into little pieces to take out the baby?
Usually,
or do you prefer it where they
baseball bat to the stomach, or push down the stairs, or coat hanger?
Yeah, you know, but people don't want to even discuss this graphically at all because it's
disgusting. You know, it's awful. I watched a CGI dramatization, or kind of like a kind of a visualization of what an abortion looks like, and it's pretty horrifying to watch, especially when these women are doing it like, oh my god, next. Okay, I'm going to tell you something, and I hope you haven't seen it, because this irritated and bothered the fuck out of me. There is a TikTok channel where a woman lets men come inside of them, and then she laughs when she's 12 weeks, 20 weeks pregnant as she goes to get an abortion. This is a real channel.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yeah, no, there is a TikTok channel where it's like she brags about getting an abortion, how she thinks it's fun. I'll find this for you. I will find this channel for you, and I will link it to you.
So actually, what a lot of people don't realize is that some of the earliest founders of feminism did it from a perspective of the occult, that they actually did it for witchcraft purposes. A lot of early feminists were into that shit.
I can believe that 100%. Listen,
this is the most disgusting shit in the world. I'm gonna throw up in my mouth right now.
Yeah,
it's shocking. I can't believe it.
Yeah, especially when you like actually, you know, people will always want to
and then they try to virtue signal on you and be like, oh, you're gonna tell women what to do with their own bodies? They're killing babies.
Yes,
like,
I
hello?
absolutely will. No, 100%. I absolutely agree. I mean, a lot of women are being brainwashed by what's being pushed on the internet these days, as well as, like, you know, a lot of them are being told, oh, you're not ready to have a kid. Having a kid will destroy your life. Having a kid will destroy your body. And so women are just brainwashed and not wanting to have kids, so much so that they're willing to mutilate and eviscerate and assassinate a fucking child.
Yeah, so close your legs.
No, 100%. Yeah, legit. Stop having sex then. Like. Stop letting dudes blow your legs. Yeah, use a condom, birth control. Yeah, although I will say birth control is for pussies, to be completely honest. And
look, I'm not sitting here and advocating for it, but it's better than murder.
Yes. What's his name? The Japan guy. Fuck. Royan Kishibe? No. What the fuck is his name?
That's the JoJo's character.
That is.
The manga guy.
What the fuck is his name? The Japanese guy who was trying to help the birth rate. What is his name? Shinzo Abe. That's right. Have you heard Leaflet's song? I know Rohan Kishibe. That's crazy. Listen, bro. All of these animes, they look the same to me. These Japanese folk are the same. Have you heard Leaflet's song about having babies?
Yeah, come inside her, make her pregnant, etc.
God, bro, what a gem!
Legendary.
What a fucking gem.
True. By the way, you know, the weapon that killed Shinzo Abe was the handmade shotgun that Hassan posted on Senator.
Shut the fuck up. No way.
Yeah, that's the lore. The reason why Hassan picked that homemade shotgun schematic to kill Senator, I think it was Tom Cotton at that point, was because that was the weapon that was used to assassinate Shinzo Abe.
Jesus Christ, bro. It's like the further down the rabbit hole you go, the more you realize how fucked up everything is.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, I think leftists are either psychopaths or just retards in general, because that's the policy.
That is the policy. The other problem is we are allowing people to be too willfully ignorant, and I really think we need to promote a culture more. Not where, because you know how the world is kind of like, you must have a take right now. I think we should be more okay with people admitting ignorance and saying they don't have one. Because the problem is,
I agree with you.
Yes.
The problem with that is they vote.
Yes. And I think more people should be okay with not voting.
You could be a complete retard that, well, I mean, you can't just advocate for that, because the only people that are going to uphold that principle are the good guys.
No, you're right.
The bad guys are going to vote.
You're right.
All right. So, which is why when this country was founded originally, it was founded not as a democracy, but as a constitutional republic, where we would have representatives that vote, where only specific people voted. Landowners were able to vote. Like, people that actually had a stake in the country were able to vote.
Yeah, we just need an IQ test, man. We need a test to be allowed to vote. I think that would fix all of our issues.
I think that's not enough. I don't agree. I don't think so. I don't think an IQ test will do it. I think that there's a fundamental. Well, I mean, I could give you a list of things that I think would be improvement. But if you are a net negative taxpayer, there is no logical argument why you should be able to vote. None.
Well, I first of all, true. But I think kind of like how you need to take a driver's test to get a driver's license, taking a voting test to get a voting license makes a lot of
civics
sense to me.
test. Yeah, but that's not an IQ test.
Sure.
Right? Because you could have like a 140 IQ feminist with a degree in lesbian butt sex, and I don't actually care about her
don't think that exists, Nux. I don't think that person. There's no way a lesbian butt sex major has 140 IQ. That person doesn't exist, and you know it.
You are wrong. All right. Statistically, leftists have higher IQs, actually.
What?
All right, because yes, that is a fact. And the reason why is because the higher IQ ones go to college to get brainwashed. All right, so that is an actual fact. And you actually look into this shit, and you'll see it.
Holy fuck.
For example, I'll give you an example. All right, this one's scary. Hold on, let me try to remember the facts. Shit, I don't remember.
That's okay.
I had like a really good analogy off the top of my head. Yeah, but so anyway, for example, here you go. How's this?
Okay.
Women were only able to take out college loans about 50 years ago. Okay. Women currently, until then, they were not allowed to take loans out from the bank at all. All right. Right now, over the last 50 years, it went from 100% of the debt being male debt, obviously, because men were the only ones able to take loans.
Yes.
To 33% male debt. 66% of the national debt is women, and most of it is colleges and college degrees, because they will go to college for random bullshit fuck all course in absolutely nothing. All right. And they'll be in debt $300,000. They'll hate the system. They'll become socialists. And obviously, because they want free shit from people that actually work for their money. All right. And they're very smart people. Very smart people. High IQs. But they have no idea how the country works. They have no idea about life at all. All right. They've completely been molded by the college experience. They have a PhD in lesbian butt sex. So that's why IQs are not enough. You actually have to know something.
Women hold 60% of all United States student loan debt.
Yeah, and not only that, but they were only allowed to start taking loans 50 years ago. Like, they caught up and surpassed us. Right? Yeah. So
I would like to verify it's the student loan debt that they have 60% of, not the whole entire.
Yeah, student loan debt.
Yeah.
My mistake.
No, you're all good.
Student loan debt.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So civics tests, I think, are great, but also you need to be a net positive taxpayer. All right. Like, if you are sitting there and just expect free shit to fall into your lap, I don't think you should have the right to vote how I give you my money.
Yeah, it's fair. Very fair thing.
I think that's an example. And honestly, the argument against women voting is very, very logical too, if you think about it. In certain respects, for example, men have an obligation to go to the draft, right?
Yes.
We can all get drafted at any time. Hopefully, it doesn't happen, but statistically, it will. Every nation has wars throughout all of history, and it's inevitable that America will at some point have a war. There will be a war at some point where we will be drafted. At some, maybe not our generation, but men will be drafted in America at some point.
What's the oldest age
that you could get drafted?
Yeah,
I don't know exactly.
Let me Google that.
I don't know exactly.
And can gays still get drafted?
Gays?
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay, let me check this real quick. What is the oldest to qualify for the draft? How old? I'm actually curious about this. Oldest age for the U.S. military draft is 25. Oh, yeah, baby. I ain't got to do none of that shit, man. It's really that easy. Okay.
Let's go. Yeah, but so anyway, so men have an obligation to go to war, all right? If the country decides to implement a draft.
Wait, apparently it was changed to 42. We're fucked. Never mind. Keep going.
We're fucked. All right, we Trump is not going to be president for another 20 years. Okay, listen. Anyway, so if that is the case, and women do not get drafted, by the way, so that means that women could vote to send men to war and die for them.
Well, that doesn't make any sense,
right?
Yeah,
it really doesn't. If you think about it, like we don't have the same amount of rights.
Yeah,
men have less rights than women in America. We have the draft; they don't. We have an obligation, government-run obligation, that they don't have. Technically, like if you think about it, we're not properly represented here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also underneath the firm belief that I don't believe that women should be in the military, especially not in combat roles. If they want to do support roles, they can. I don't believe that women should be boots to ground.
Yeah.
I think it causes way too much infighting for platoons. I think it really makes cohesion a lot less when there's women involved. It causes a lot of issues, and also, let's just be completely honest. They're weaker, they're worse in combat roles, as well as they're going to get raped to fucking hell. They're going to be captured and raped repeatedly. So
that's the other nightmare, all right? And people don't want to talk about the brutality of war, but not only do they get raped, but a woman gets captured and raped and then saved by their country and then come back pregnant with the children of their enemies.
Yep.
Right? Like it's the most demoralizing shit in the universe.
It's awful. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's
and
also they can't drive at all. That's why I got my fiance a Tesla. Yeah, so that's why I also still can't get behind keeping the child after rape, because I feel like the idea of a woman giving birth to the child of their rapist face is fucking a pretty difficult thing to ask somebody. But I understand that that's two wrongs. You get raped and then you kill a child. And so there's a whole moral argument that I'm totally open to having with people. But it's a pretty heavy topic.
Yeah, I'm only willing to entertain that discussion with someone that thinks that 99% of the rapes should be outlawed. The abortions should be outlawed.
Yes.
Like if you're not willing to budge on that other 99%, why would I even entertain this conversation?
Yeah, well, they wouldn't be able to handle it. They would freak the fuck out. They'd spurg the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is so important, is that just promoting civil discourse is very, very important to us.
Yeah, but the issue is the last guy that was a big civil discourse guy was assassinated, and then the entire left celebrated his murder.
That was such a jarring moment. I was actually talking about that with well, it doesn't matter who I was talking about that with, but I have an easier time forgiving Saikuno for fucking 13 different women while in a relationship than I would ever have than I would ever have a time for trying to forgive someone for celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I actually think you are beyond redeemable as a human being if you were to celebrate that act as it occurred during a very dark time of the United States history. I don't know how. I don't know how you.
I'll be nice here and charitable and say that I think everyone is technically redeemable.
Sure.
All right. There were a lot of bad people in history that redeemed themselves.
Sure.
But it is an evil act. And it's the most mask-off moment ever. You see, when there is right-wing violence, because it does happen, there's a nutcase here and there on every side, for sure.
Of course.
Right? You'll have some nutcase do some violence because he hates black people or whatever. Every single person on the right will immediately condemn it, call him a crazy, and be like, we don't associate with that. That's evil. The left reaction is mass celebrations and festivities. Okay?
It's so scary.
You cannot compare. Yeah.
To have
it really is.
To have a kid right now and raise them in the public school system. That's why if I have a kid, I'm most likely going to homeschool them until they're probably 5th grade. And then I'm going to put them in a Lutheran school, most likely. Whatever doesn't teach the gay shit, I'm going to assume that's pretty safe.
Yeah.
But it's very scary to raise a kid right now because you don't know what's going to infect their mind, and kids are raised and, in a lot of sense groomed to believe whatever the teacher is telling them. You don't live in a world where you question the teachers. That's why they're called the teachers. Just like how I was taught. That's like, for example, like I even bought into the anti-white propaganda where the white people were the only ones who had slaves, because that's what my history teacher taught me. And I would never think to question the history books. I would never think to question the teacher. That's their job. So when young, impressionable kids are put in that environment, it is scary what damages these people have the ability to do to your kids if they have an agenda that they want to push.
It's horrifying. It's absolutely horrifying. I would never send my kids to public school. Not even no dream. No way.
Yeah,
it would never happen.
But would you do private school?
I guess it depends on circumstances. I'm not there yet. But I would homeschool probably as long as I can.
You don't have kids, right?
Not public information, if that's what you're asking.
Oh no, I forgot. Nux has 8 children. 8 children.
Right,
very wonderful.
Right,
yeah. I know, it's a conversation for later. Don't worry. In 10 years, we'll both have a kid, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't confirm and deny when there's half a country that's more than happy to celebrate my death.
Man, can you imagine the shit that people would be saying about you if you died?
They'd all be celebrating. I know they would.
Yep.
Because every once in a while you have a tweet go viral. Oh my God, Nux Taku was just killed by an Iranian missile in Tel Aviv. Like, and they get bajillion likes on the tweet.
Is that not just fucking horrifying?
It is, yeah.
These people are fucking savages. It's they're like they're the retards in the Colosseum.
I mean, look, man, there is half the country that does not believe in thou shalt not murder. Yeah. Half the country. People in chat are asking if I'm from Tel Aviv. No, I am not, but I'm Jewish, so therefore I must be in Israel getting killed by terrorists. That's how it works.
Yep. God damn, bro. Well, if it means anything, if you were to die in Tel Aviv with all of your other Jew friends, I would not be partaking in the shitting on and laughing.
Let's go.
Yeah, I would definitely cry for you, and then people would clip that and call me a pussy for crying for you, like they do every single time.
If I get blown up in Tel Aviv, don't cry on stream, please.
I know, because they'll clip it. I know they always do.
Yeah.
Would you want me to farm? Would you want me to make like a video like OMG? You'll never guess.
Definitely. You have to react to Hassan's celebration.
Fucking die. and then I'll have actually. I was gonna make a joke, but like, can I do a fucked up joke?
Go for it.
Okay. Sorry. You might be mad at me for saying this, but my thumbnail for if Nux Taku died would be like me freaking out. And then I would put an image of Jaden Animations crying in the side of the thumbnail. Oh man,
that would be cinema.
Yeah, that would be insane, dude. I mean, Hassan's reaction to you dying. Okay, sorry, fuck, that's so funny. Not you dying, but Jesus. Anyways, dark humor,
of course.
Fuck.
Yes.
You know what's crazy? This is a common conversation.
To be fair, I will celebrate when Hassan gets deported. I will celebrate.
Of course, absolutely, 100%. I think the difference in reaction of the general political sphere would be very different to where if Asmongold were to die versus where if Hassan were to die. Because I believe a lot of people would say, while I don't agree with Hassan's views, his death should not be celebrated. Versus if Asmongold were to die was, oh, dude, he had it fucking coming, dude. Oh my God, finally somebody fucking did it. And you know that's what would happen.
Do you remember what Hassan said about Luigi Mangione? Like,
no,
how
but
Hassan
also somebody in my chat said that I would put your grave plot and then your nose would be sticking out of the ground. Okay, no, what did he say? What did he say about Luigi Mangione?
Yeah, no, he's sitting there and he's like, I could totally understand why people would celebrate, like why we should be killing, healthcare CEOs. I could totally understand it.
Yeah, no, that's just
like I would just probably post that clip with no context.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, we could totally understand. I don't endorse it. I don't want anyone to kill Hassan. I don't want him to die.
Same.
I don't want that to happen.
Same.
But I would totally understand if it happened. I would totally understand it.
Yeah, that's what that's what didn't he do the same thing with like stealing from like major corporations where he was like actively motivating people to steal from people like him?
This might shock you, but the guy that doesn't believe in thou shalt not murder does not believe in thou shalt not steal.
I'm
This
shocked.
might shock you. This
Insane.
might be a surprise.
Absolutely insane. It is very annoying to me how like, because like I mean I'm just gonna be completely real next. I have such Hassan fatigue. I really do. But it just sucks because he's such an easy pivot point to like all the things wrong in America, because all of those things that we want.
He's all the things.
He's all the things. Right? He literally is all of the worst things with this world and all the worst things with this country. It's so fucking annoying. Like, and it's just
he is
crazy.
the birthright citizen, pro-communist, pro-jihadist, pro-China, pro-Islam, like pro-infinite immigration, pro-assassination of political figures he doesn't like. It's all the things.
Infinite immigration.
And he's stupid.
And his head's small.
Oh my God, it's so tiny. Did you see how he kicks? Bro kicks like a fat for real.
Dude, I fucking hate how Sam Hyde has called him out for a fight. He's ducked it. I called him out for a fight, put $500,000 on the line. He ducks it. And then he says, oh, I'm down to fight, but I want to fight XQC. What a fucking pussy.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
No shot.
Yes, that's real. That is fucking real. Like, he's such a fucking pussy.
I'm a brave man. I would fight Pokemon. It'll go viral. Listen.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I too would love to fight Pokemon. I would absolutely love to do that.
Oh my God.
But yo, Nux, I got one more video, Max. Let's call it here.
All right, sounds good. Great to catch up. Maybe we'll do this again next week or something.
Dude, anytime you want, I'd love to.
All right, take it easy. Try not to die out there.
I'll try. All right, see you, man.
Bro, and if you do, make sure it's not like videoed. You don't want them to farm you.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, this guy looked like such a pussy when he got shot. Lamau. Yeah, you're right. See you, man.
Yeah. Anyway, bye.
That was a great fucking time. Joe, enjoy that?